In what was billed as a momentous interview, tech mogul Elon Musk sat down with former President Donald Trump for a live conversation on X, formerly Twitter, in August 2024. However, instead of smooth dialogue, the event quickly spiraled into a technical disaster. The much-anticipated chat, which was meant to showcase Musk's support for Trump's 2024 presidential campaign, turned into an unintended comedy of errors as glitches, delays, and downright chaos unfolded. The setup for disaster. Elon Musk meets Donald Trump on X. The lead-up to the interview had created significant buzz, as Trump and Musk's friendship has long fascinated both their supporters and critics. Their public admiration for each other has been a subject of debate, given Musk's more libertarian views and Trump's populist rhetoric. After interviewing other 2024 presidential candidates like Ron DeSantis, Musk sought to showcase his platform as a central hub for political discourse, drawing in millions of curious viewers. However, what unfolded was the opposite of what anyone expected, with X's servers apparently unable to handle the massive influx of users attempting to tune in. Despite Musk's technological background and reputation for innovation, the technical failures exposed vulnerabilities in X's infrastructure. Though Musk had reportedly run tests to ensure a smooth broadcast, it quickly became clear that the platform wasn't ready for prime time. As the minutes ticked by, anticipation turned to frustration, with users mocking the platform's inefficiencies. Social media, especially Twitter itself, lit up with complaints and memes from users struggling to join the conversation, further amplifying the chaos surrounding the event. An unexpected distributed denial of service attack. To explain the issues, Musk took to X to claim that the platform was under a massive distributed denial of service attack. Distributed denial of service attack involves overwhelming a system with traffic to knock it offline, and while it's a serious form of cyber attack, some questioned whether this was truly the cause. Skeptics posited that X's infrastructure simply couldn't handle the traffic, especially given the platform's well-documented struggles since Musk took over in 2022. Regardless, for the first 45 minutes of the scheduled interview, listeners were greeted with hold music and repeated loading screens, a far cry from the groundbreaking conversation that had been promised. For many, the entire ordeal felt like a technical misstep of epic proportions, with the distributed denial of service explanation doing little to ease frustration. Chaos in real time. Breaking the internet. Literally. Trump's campaign quickly spun the event's technical issues into a narrative of success, claiming that they had broken the internet due to overwhelming demand for the interview. While this statement might have pleased Trump's supporters, the reality was far less glamorous. The chaos was not a result of Trump's popularity, but rather a failure of the platform's systems to handle a high volume of users. By the time the interview finally began, more than 1 million people were tuned in, but many missed significant portions due to repeated glitches and drop-offs. The platform's failure became the defining feature of the night, drawing comparisons to previous media catastrophes. Deja vu, a replay of Ron DeSantis' launch disaster. This wasn't the first time Musk's platform had suffered technical failures during a high-profile political event. Just months prior, when Ron DeSantis launched his Republican primary campaign on X, the platform was similarly overwhelmed, resulting in technical glitches that left users frustrated and confused. Back then, Trump had mocked DeSantis' technical difficulties, calling his campaign launch a disaster on Truth Social. But with Trump now facing the same challenges, the irony was hard to miss. It seems that no matter how powerful Musk is in other industries, X continues to be a thorn in his side when it comes to handling live events. The interview, glitches, rambles, and Trump being Trump. When the interview finally commenced, Trump wasted no time in hitting his familiar talking points. From criticizing President Biden's handling of inflation to taking credit for averting wars during his administration, Trump's rhetoric was as fiery as ever. The former president also praised Musk's handling of his businesses, specifically his ability to break strikes and maintain control over his workforce. Musk, for his part, mostly agreed with Trump, making the conversation feel more like a mutual admiration session than a hard-hitting interview. However, the chaotic start had left many listeners disengaged, and the platform's technical failures overshadowed the actual content of the conversation. Trump's praise for Musk. An unlikely friendship? Trump lavished praise on Musk during the interview, admiring his business acumen and tough negotiating style. You walk in and you just say, "You want to quit." That's how it should be done, Trump said, referencing Musk's handling of strikes at Tesla. The two men, both known for their willingness to break the mold and take on the establishment, seemed to relish in their shared defiance of traditional norms. However, despite their mutual admiration, the interview struggled to maintain momentum, as many listeners were still reeling from the technical chaos that had preceded it. Trump's slurred speech. A moment of concern. As the interview progressed, some viewers began to notice that Trump's speech became increasingly slurred, sparking concern on social media. While some attributed it to fatigue or stress, others speculated that it could be indicative of deeper health issues. This concern added another layer of intrigue to an already bizarre interview. With the internet buzzing about both Trump's speech and the platform's failures, the actual political content of the interview took a backseat to the spectacle of it all. Technical difficulties or sabotage. The suggestion that the technical failures were due to a distributed denial of service attack led to a flurry of conspiracy theories, particularly among Trump's more fervent supporters. Some speculated that the glitches were intentional efforts to silence Trump, a narrative that has long existed within certain factions of his base. Others pointed out that X has a history of technical issues, and that the event's failure was likely due to internal problems rather than external sabotage. Whatever the cause, the result was clear. The interview was a mess, and it raised serious questions about X's ability to handle future live events. The aftermath. Damage control and memes. Predictably, the internet's response was swift and ruthless. Memes flooded platforms like Instagram and Reddit, poking fun at both Trump and Musk for the evening's disasters. Some focused on Trump's exaggerated facial expressions during the awkward pauses, while others mocked Musk's repeated attempts to downplay the chaos. Even Musk himself took to X to explain the technical issues, but his explanations did little to quell the ridicule. The night, which was supposed to be a serious political discussion, became one of 2024's biggest tech failures, and it was clear that neither Trump nor Musk had anticipated the backlash. What's next for X? The technical disaster raised significant questions about X's future as a serious media platform. If it can't handle a high-profile interview with the former president, how can it expect to manage future events, particularly during a heated election season? Musk has ambitious plans for X, but the platform's repeated failures during live events have raised doubts about its reliability. Investors are also reportedly concerned, as the incident further tarnishes Musk's reputation as the man who can do no wrong. For X, the night was a clear wake-up call, but whether the platform can recover remains to be seen. And there you have it, folks. If you enjoyed this breakdown of tech glitches, political drama, and the chaotic world of social media, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.